What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and the Blitz battle is now live. Of course, this Blitz battle is solely focused around the Blackbeard Pirates and the new batch. The character that you really don't even need on this team is actually going to be Van Augur. So if you have all the characters except for Van Augur, you're going to be in a pretty good spot. However, I'll show you guys my team towards the end because I had to make a little bit of a change to my team in order for it to work. You guys will see that towards the end of the video. But the first team that you're seeing here, it's going to be utilizing none of the characters from the new batch aside from the friend captain Blackbeard. So this team is going to be utilizing Alba as the captain, being able to resist a bunch of debuffs on himself, and then to also remove Special Vine for the whole crew is great. And his special, even though it is a damage dealing special and they don't want you to use a damage dealing special on the final stage, Alba's special says that he gives you a chain boost that cannot be removed by the enemy or your own crew. So it actually works out pretty well because Boa does remove your beneficial effects and Alba helps kind of get around that. We also have Versus Kaido, kind of a key unit for this team because of the multi-turn attack boost that he provides and or boost, but also the fact that he can fully reverse all of your character specials back to max, so it makes it so that you can use your Perona special again, you can use your Blackbeard special again to give you even more damage on that final boss fight. This team works relatively well. It does use the non-boosted units of the Alba and the Kaido, which is unfortunate, but look, if you don't have the new batch, you have to compromise in some different ways, and this is the way that we're doing it here. One thing that I kind of don't like about the boosted list is that there's not really many characters that remove 6 turns of special bind, and there's not many characters that remove 2 turns of special reverse. Boa Hancock on this team is capable of doing that. And we also have Avalo Pizarro, which triggers the super type or the super class of Blackbeard, and he also removes 4 turns of attack down, but then we have the page 1 support on Kaido to remove a further 2 turns of that attack down that is inflicted here on stage 4 against Kobe. And then on the final boss stage, we're going to have a crazy amount of damage. We have chain boost from Alba, attack boost and all boost from Kaido, and we already know how powerful his attack and all boost is, as well as the color affinity from Perona. We have a bunch of stuff from Blackbeard, like increased damage taken. So yeah, this team does a crazy amount of damage and shouldn't have too many issues, but of course running a couple of non-boosted characters isn't the most ideal thing to do, but if you don't have the new batch, this is something that you can potentially build in order to get through this Blitz battle. Moving on here to our next clip, so this team is going to be utilizing Burgess as the captain. So this is in like a hypothetical situation, like if you were lucky enough to get yourself Burgess, and you don't have any of the other new characters, then this is something you can build. And of course, if you have some of the new rare recruits, you can make some changes to this team to improve it, to give you more points during this blitz. One thing about this team though is that it does use Arlong Crew as a crewmate, and he is a non-boosted unit that deals with 2 turns of special reverse. However, what I will say is that if you have another character that removes special reverse by 2 turns that doesn't do an attack boost, it's just straight up going to be a better team. So if you have like the Hancock that we showed off in the previous clip instead of Arlong, honestly would probably be better, because it kind of overlaps with Jesus Burgess. Arlong Crew gives an attack boost, we have to use his special first, and then we use Jesus Burgess, which in the team comp that we are trying to build for, we would actually get 3 turns of attack boost, 3 turns of chain boost, and while we still have the chain boost activated for multiple turns, having his attack boost for this stage and carrying his attack boost into stage 5 is definitely going to be way more ideal. And then of course with the rest of the crew, we're going to have an orb boost from Olin, we're going to have color affinity from Queen, and actually the Perona on this team, which removes burn and attack down. even though, or Burn and Bind, should I say. Her special will actually give you an attack boost as well in this team scenario, but it's just better to have Burgess's attack boost because it will do more damage. But despite all of that, this team does actually work. It's just I would advise you guys to change Arlong Crew for a character that deals with special reverse that doesn't do an attack boost. But either way, the team actually works and it does a lot of damage. And Burgess with his super type actually getting to abuse that too to get 3 turns of base attack boost is really, really nice. So, you know, as I said, it does a lot of damage, works out pretty well, but with that one change, it'll make the team even better than what it already is. And then, of course, we get to my personal team up against this latest event. So I am switching out Van Augur on the team because, you know, I don't have Katarina Devon, so I have to find some type of way to remove Special Bind. Luckily, this Boa Hancock is boosted, the Halloween Boa, and she does remove 6 turns of Special Bind. She does a bunch of other stuff, but it really doesn't matter for this team. But one thing to note is the order of the way that you use your specials. So Stage 3 is basically focused around using Blackbeard. So you use one Blackbeard special, that's all you need to get through Stage 3. And then on Stage 4, you want to use one of the super types, and then you want to use it is Vasco Shot, because Vasco Shot will give you Chain Boundary for 3 turns, and then Burgess removes the attack down and gives you 3 turns of Chain Boost and Attack Boost. So you get all of these buffs, all these Chain buffs and Attack buffs carried over into the last stage, and then on the last stage you're going to have Doc Q, who can remove the bind on your crew, and then you can have Blackbeard with his buffs stacked with the buffs that you stacked from Stage 4 carrying into Stage 5, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of damage to get through. But of course, if you are missing some of these key rare recruits, you do have to find replacements. There aren't always one-for-one replacements in this content, like the special reverse one. He's hard to replace in this team. The bind removal one is actually pretty easy to replace. You don't need Doc Q, you can replace him pretty easily. The Sugofest exclusives though are very, very strong, but there are a decent amount of driven or powerhouse focused characters that are boosted that can provide some support to your team, as long as you don't use a damage dealing special in the final stage, or you find a way around it. But that's going to wrap it up from me. Thank you so much for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and good luck on your Blitz Battle farming. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
Yeah.